people were asking, was there water around these woods? And I thought I'd take you down to the water. I wanted to jump on Mark's broadcast. Mark just did. Mark Shoreland there over in the beautiful Cornwall over in the UK just did an absolutely wonderful broadcast showing you some wonderful sculptures over there. Maybe if you could check him out, like, but what a broadcast he did, like, and he got Sweet Pea Leslie did the Haps, what do you call it? Pass the awards or something like that. Uncle Captain, how are you doing, son? Good to see you, Mr. Rehab. But yeah, basically everybody jumped across the marks, and I was delighted for him. Like, so I want to try and get some followers across to him as well. But what an awesome broadcast he just did. People who don't follow, like, he's doing the 100 Days of Water at the moment, like, but some absolutely stunning shots, some beautiful broadcast, sunsets, sunrises, sculptures as from today, and what a beautiful broadcast it was. So yeah, I was delighted for him. So how's everybody doing? How's Mr. Rehab doing? Melanie, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I was delighted for Mark there, for everybody to jump across onto his broadcast. Wow, it's just great. I was so delighted, like. So we made his way down to the water. We was a little bit late to join on Mark's broadcast, but we will be back tomorrow. Maybe we can, we're heading down to a different part of the river tomorrow, not the River Barra. So hopefully we'll be able to join him at some stage tomorrow night. I've never been to this place which we're going tomorrow evening. So JP, Jason, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you too. Teddy had his I don't know, where's he gone? Oh, he's here, look. Teddy had his snitches. Teddy had his stitches out this evening, like, so he's back to himself now, back to normal. He can go into water, he can play with the ball and everything like that. He can just get up to all the stuff he was doing before, so I'm delighted. Like, he's back to himself. Hopefully in time now, I'll get back to myself. I mean, I'm still struggling a little bit with my back, but hey, it's a lot better than what it was. I couldn't even move like this time last week, so glad that went well. Jason, I know. Yeah, I am as well. Like, but to be honest, it's not affected him at all. I mean, even he had the operation like Monday week gone, and the following day he wanted to play ball, but we've had to basically just ignore him every time he came close with a tennis ball. Like, we've had to stop, like, and he's not allowed to be chasing the ball, or he's not allowed to be swimming or anything like that. So it was a long 10 days, but it's over with now, thank God. Yeah, thanks, Melanie. We're getting there. Like, Teddy's basically just himself, if not madder than ever. Is he on pain meds? No, he's not now, Jason. No, honestly, believe me, the cut they did was only literally about this. I think it was probably 2 or 3 stitches there. He basically got neutered if you weren't aware. But no, he weren't. He had pain meds for that evening, and then he had antibiotics for the rest. But no, he just wanted to play all the time. Like, you know what he's like. But no, he weren't in pain at all. I could tell, like, he was just so happy with himself, like, and delighted to see us and everything like that. I think he was more concerned because he had to wear a cone most of the time. But saying that, I did take that off last week, and my wife actually took him for a long walk on Sunday. We went down to the beautiful Kilmore Quay, and I was able to do a couple of broadcasts from that. But as for myself, I've not been walking much at all, like, so this is probably the longest time I've been out walking. I mean, even though we went down to Kilmore Quay, like, I sat on the seafront there, I had a walk around the boats and everything, the fishing boats, and we watched the seals and everything. Got some beautiful birds around, singing around at the minute, guys. A little bit further on, where we just walked back, there was two or three. I couldn't really find. I found one, and I took one picture of the buzzards, but beautiful buzzards, like, and hopefully later on we're just going to walk down to this fence here. This is a private sanctuary on the opposite side of here. We can't get into it, but there's lots of deer in there, but there's also deer over to my right, so hopefully we can get to spot a few deer while we're here as well. But it's just so this time of evening, so peaceful, not a lot of people around, and you've got these beautiful woods, guys, and some of the trees are just absolutely fabulous. I mean, usually you go into forests these days and they're all like pine trees and these Christmas tree time. It's great to head to a wood which is basically all these beautiful oak trees. It's just wonderful. My male cat was in terrible pain, hiding behind couch for 2 days. Once he wore off, we got some meds to cope. Oh, really? Yeah. Ted, come here. Somebody having a run through, guys. And like I say, you do get cycling. Yeah, sorry, but no, you can tell, look. And Teddy was like that. He wanted to play ball literally the next day after the operation. So I know I can actually tell if he's in pain or anything like that. And he'd be always wanting to lick and everything like that, and he wasn't at all. I mean, he was pretty damn good, to be honest. I was quite impressed with him, but it was still a long 10 days when he couldn't go, he couldn't chase the ball, and he couldn't go swimming and he couldn't go on long walks. So yeah, I'm just glad that's over with now, and hopefully that's the last time we visit the vets. The poor lad, when we pulled up this evening, because I have all my hiking gear on, my walking gear, my waterproofs, etc. Because there was a bit of rain early. It's very, very close. It's very, very humid, you could say. But bear with me a second. What was I saying? Yeah, so I put my hiking clothes and everything on, my walking shoes and everything like that, and we're just getting into the car. How you doing? Getting into the car, like, and I put his towel and everything on the seat and everything. I got his lead, and he was so excited. He thought, "Oh my God, we're heading out for a walk and everything. We're going in the car. We're going somewhere nice." And the poor devil, like this, we pulled up at the vet's, and you could see the face. It just changed, and then he wouldn't get. Usually, you pull up anyway. As soon as you switch the engine off, Dave, how are you, my friend? Yeah, and you look good now, just like, no, Dave, I wish I was, my friend. I'm not back to New Year. I'm still very, very slow. Beth, my friend, how you doing? Great to see you, Beth. You're hi, Award. Hi to you too. Another awesome person in the room. I really, really appreciate you dropping by, Beth. I've not really been on the past week and a half, like, I've not really been on a lot of broadcasts. I jumped on a couple, like, but I'm not to the degree of what I used to do. Reason being, I've not been too well, like, so I'm getting myself back in order now. I'm getting to. Hi, Teddy. I know. I was just saying he got neutered last Monday, Beth, and he only had his stitches out this evening. So this was a treat for him. He's not really been on any nice walks because he weren't allowed to, like, be going through the forest and the grass and everything like that. We had to keep his wound. We had to keep it clean and everything like that. He's wearing a collar as well up to like the weekend and everything like. So he's back to his normal self now. He's had the stitches out and he's good to go now. So he can do whatever he wishes, and he is so delighted. Okay, glad he's out and feeling better. Exactly, Beth. It's just me now. I just need to get back to myself. My back's gone again. I've been laid up for the past week. Like, I had a weekend where last weekend I didn't do absolutely anything. I just lay on the bed because I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do a lot, like, but I'm getting myself back to normal now. I'm doing lots of exercises during the day, and it does tend to be releasing. It is all down my left side still, and in my left buttocks and down my left. So I don't know whether it's sciatica. I have struggled with back problems in the past. I've had I've had many epidurals, and I've had an operation and everything on there. So it's just when you get to my age, I guess. Yeah, I think it is, Beth. That's what I think it is. Well, that's what the physio says as well. Glad you're feeling better. Hey, Rob, how are you, my friend? Always a pleasure to see you too, my friend, and I appreciate your kind words. But yeah, we are getting out. We're out and about this evening. As you can see, we've walked probably the furthest I've walked now in like a couple of weeks anyway. So yeah, we are getting there, but it is still, I can still feel there's a lot of pain. I did take some meds before I left this evening, just to give me a bit of pain free, like, but it does still pain me. But hey, we'll get there. Stay away from lifting. I know, Dave, easier said than done. Like, I keep saying that. The physio told me don't be lifting anything, but then I ended up having to drive up to the office on Tuesday this week. I had to go up to the office to sort stuff out, like, and I ended up lifting stuff out of my car and everything, which I shouldn't be doing. So it's easier said than done. But yeah, and then I had mowed the lawn as well, like, in the week as well, which I shouldn't have done either. Like, so I'm sorry to hear that. You're in pain. Well, thanks, JP. You're very kind, my friend. Stretching. Yeah, I'm doing lots of stretches, Beth. That's what I'm trying to just release the actual. I know I suffered with trapped nerves. I had a trapped nerves in the past. I've had a plate put in between my lower discs, screwed into my spine. I had that done about 7 years ago, but the surgeon, he's a professor, like he says, like I may only get 5 years use out of it. So I think I guess it's just worn off now, and I'm starting to get that trapped nerves again. Like, so yeah, I need to do a lot more stretching than what I've been doing. And I guess when I'm heading up the mountains, I'm a bit wrong in what I do, because I get up out of bed in the morning, like if I'm heading up the mountains. Lifting and twisting is the worst. Exactly, Dave. Totally agree. But yeah, even when I'm doing one of these long 8-hour hikes, I jump out of bed in the morning, like I grab myself a coffee and we're in the car and we're gone. I do no warm-ups, I do no stretching. So it's a lesson learned, to be honest. I do need to start stretching before we go on these long walks now, because I guess that's what's actually started it, you could say. My friend used to tell me to stick my head in a bucket of water for 10 minutes and I won't have backache. Rob, stick your head in a bucket of water for 10 minutes. I can't stay underwater for 10 minutes. I just mowed my lawn a couple of hours ago. Yeah, JP, I know. Mine was getting like a jungle, so I thought I've got to get it done, and unless I pay somebody to do it, and I'm very particular on our lawn as well. Did you stretch much? I've been doing a fair few stretches today, yeah, just so I was able to get out this evening, like, because there's nothing worse than being laid up, like. That's the point, though. I know, Rob. Believe me, there's been times when I felt like that. No, not quite that bad anyway. But yeah, the pain at the beginning was so bad. Oh my God. When I was walking, I was actually rattling. I was taking that many medicines, that many tablets. I was taking 2 every 2 hours over a 24-hour period, because I don't sleep even now. When the tablets are worn off in the night, I'm tending to wake up around about 3 o'clock time, and then it's very difficult to get back to sleep. That's the point. Oh yeah, that would be some sort of Guinness World Record. 10 minutes under. I know exactly. Yeah, and I guess what Rob's coming about there. But yeah, I know sometimes it feels like that, my friend. Teddy. Oh, he's gone back to the water down here now. This is just a little walk. I was hoping along the way we should get to hear the woodpeckers. Like I say, we were listening to the buzzards earlier on. The buzzards were making noises to each other. Buzzards, if people have not seen them, like a bird of prey. Quite a large bird, actually, especially when you see them close up. Beautiful bird, type of a hawk, you could say. But then we've also got the deer in here, we've got the woodpeckers in here, we've also got the odd kingfisher, which sometimes we get to see. But believe me, trying to catch a kingfisher on a broadcast is probably one of the most difficult things you could actually do. Kingfishers are only very small, a lot smaller than what I imagined, and they move so fast. And whereas you get the swallows and the house martins and everything, they do a lot of circling around and everything, and it's quite easy to photograph. The likes of a kingfisher, you may only see him once fly by when you're on the river, and that's it. You won't see him again. Helen, my friend, how you doing? Great to see you. Is your show tonight, is it, Helen? Because I'll be looking out for your radio show, like, to listen to. I was listening to the rest of your radio show today, actually, on my way while I was actually working. But yeah, that was a great show. And just so you know, I did listen to the third song in was somebody who sent you an email. It was the techno one, and I actually enjoyed that record. It was the third song you actually played on that playlist of the third. I don't know what his name was, so if you ever wanted to drop me a message, like, because I'd like to look him up anyway. But that was actually a great song. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, for people who don't know, Helen's actually a radio disc jockey there, a DJ. She does an awesome set, and her music, her playlists are very much for our age group, and some awesome. Oh, Jesus, I just wondered what he was chasing. It's tonight, I guess, live in less than an hour. Ah, right, Ellen. I doubt if I get on live. I will try and drop on at some stage anyway. Yeah, Anton Witter. I'm playing another one of his tonight. Anton Witter. I'll look that one up, actually. I will I'll make a note. There's not many people in here, so I should be able to run through that comment. But yeah, I will. I'll look him up because I did really enjoy that song actually. One band I don't hear you playing. You could correct me on this, Ellen, but Runrig. Do you ever play any Runrig? I absolutely adore Runrig. Oh God, I don't know why, but my friend's a big jock, big Scottish lad. He's about 6'6" and weighs, I don't know, about 20 odd stone like this. But I was in the fire service with him. I was out in Saudi with him, like Mark. He's an Altrincham. And is he a local musician? There you go. I think what he did, Rob, he dropped Ellen an email and wanted her to see if she would play some of his music. And she obviously says, yeah, delighted to play the music. And she played it on a playlist from the 3rd of June. And absolutely brilliant. I was very, very impressed with it. Come here, Teddy. I don't know what the reception's like on this, guys. But yeah, I think you put the playlist up as well, Ellen. Do you put the playlist somewhere on one? Do you put it on your Twitter account, or do you put it on? I think I've seen one of your playlists somewhere, but I can't remember where I've seen it. I have done, but because I'm mostly synth-based, not a lot of Runrig. The woman who hired me on TD1 Radio works for Runrig. She doesn't all Runrig shows. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, I just love Runrig. I really do. I got quite a lot of music from Runrig, actually. I always put them on also. There you go. Yeah. I'll look out for the playlist tonight, But yeah, I will be catching up on some of the others. Like I say, I weren't on Michael's broadcast the other day. I mentioned you, and I said that I listened to the radio show on the way to work. And like I said, I drive 77 miles when I'm up in the office, and I can't remember the last time I actually put on and listened to the radio. Actually, I always put on Haps or I put on your music, your radio show, and I think it's just brilliant. Big Country, another great band, yeah. But how many bands are there from the likes of Scotland as well? I know you play a fair bit of Simple Minds. There was Simple Minds Alive and Kicking. I think that was a remix version which you actually played on that playlist as well. That was I'd never actually heard of that that remix version of Alive and Kicking. That was awesome as well. I really enjoyed that. He's from England somewhere. I appreciate you listening. Well, honestly, every single person tuning in means a lot. No, you're very, very welcome. Like I say, I love that type of music anyway. There's not many on your playlist which I don't want to listen to, actually. It's a great playlist. Simple Minds are awesome. They really are. Soon be the weekend. Oh my God. Thanks be to God for that. Whether we'll be able to head out, I don't know yet. Maybe I may be only able to manage the river or something like that. But I don't know whether you know Mark over in the UK, Helen. Mark Shoreland, he's doing 100 Days of Water, but he just did a broadcast earlier on, and he got this Haps. People from Leslie's show basically went across and rewarded him, and he got a lot of new followers and that. But Mark is just an awesome person. I'm on his list. He's actually going to visit me sometime this year, over in Ireland. I'm first on his list to visit him, but he does these awesome broadcasts. At the minute, he's doing 100 Days of Water, and he shows you beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets. And this evening, he was doing the G1 Summit and everything. There was a big sculpture and everything down in Cornwall. And absolutely awesome broadcast. Really was. Very, very good. I know his name. There you go. Yeah, but he was only on literally about an hour ago. I did a broadcast earlier on, and Mark always comes on mine, and I always go on him. So I jumped off and let him broadcast because he was in a specific place, and he's pretty much like me. We don't like overlapping each other, but it sometimes gets to the case where it's very, very difficult. If I'm on and he's in a specific place, and he's on and I'm in a specific place, it's sometimes impossible not to overlap. But we do our best anyway. But I jumped off my broadcast and a lot of people went across. Teddy, this way. went across to his, but he was down showing you these beautiful sculptures on the beach, like, and wow, absolutely incredible. So yeah, he was only on in the last hour, like, so just have a quick look at this sculpture, like, because it's absolutely brilliant, absolutely incredible. I also enjoy, there you go, Rob. Yeah, you know Mark anyway, but I don't know whether I can. It's Mark Shoreland anyway. I don't even know how to comment. I'm used to talking, like, rather than commenting on a mobile. Anyway, it's quite easy when you're on a laptop, but when you're on a mobile, it's totally different. But yeah, just some awesome broadcasts. There is some awesome broadcasters on here, to be honest. There's some really good ones. And like I mentioned in my last broadcast, I'm not being funny. I'm not being particular in respect to not inviting anybody up, but I do find when you're on mobile, it's very difficult when you've got somebody else in the broadcast. You can't see them, you can't see their reactions, you can't see, a lot of the time you can't actually hear them talking because you're walking at the same time, like so. And then when you get 5 or 6 in a broadcast, you always tend to find that there's a slight bit of drama, not a lot. I'm not going to go down that road, like, but yeah, I tend to keep myself to myself, like a few others on here. All I want to do is show you the beautiful landscapes, the beautiful nature, the beautiful countryside, and I guess that's the way I've been for the past 6 years. Now, hopefully, we might get to see the deer over on the left. I'm not hearing any woodpeckers at the minute, and the buzzards were, I think, a little bit further down at the minute. I've got a picture of one of the buzzards anyway. He was up in the tree, and literally, if you look like at this tree here, he was like literally on the branch there. So I've got a big zoom. I've got my my zoom on at the minute. I don't know whether you can see. We've got the big zoom lens. Now this is only a 300. I am actually saving at the minute. I want to try and either get a 600 or a 800mm lens. Like, that's my next plan, and that's my next savings project. You and Mark are both very positive and upbeat. Great job, Bob. Rob, I appreciate that, my friend. You're very kind. You're very kind. But yeah, we try to be. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. Everybody is welcome in here, and we're very lucky in the respect we don't get any trolls in here, and we don't get anybody who wants to cause any bother or anything like that. It's a very friendly room, and we've been so lucky over the past number of years. And even on Periscope, it was very rare that I actually got trolls coming to my broadcast on Periscope. So people said there was everywhere, like, but no, I didn't really get many at all. I guess they must be too bored with. They are more concentrate with people who are like broadcasting from home. Yeah, it's much more chilled than Periscope. Exactly, Ellen. Yeah, it is. But there's always going to be a bit of that which we don't want to see. But the majority of people here, we do get on. Let's just leave that. There's a couple I've had to block, but that's very minimum. And one of them was basically a band as well, like, which I think 95% of the people on Haps actually banned them in the end because they were tagging like about 120 people every day to join their broadcast, and I think a lot of people were getting hacked off with that as well, plus the broadcast itself. Look at you, I got trolls all the time over there, and some of them are on here, but they're behaving themselves. And I do find that they do more so towards women, towards ladies. I do find there's more trolls in like a woman's broadcast than there is in the male, whether they feel they can get away with it with a woman rather than a man. But believe me, I know what you say to trolls. I know what you can be like, so I don't think a troll would be too welcome in your broadcast. I think you'd have a say for them anyway. I think you can quite handle your own. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, keep inviting me to their broadcast of 3, 4. Yeah, exactly, Ellen. I'm getting that as well. There's a few which I don't even follow. Like, I keep getting a few invites through to broadcast. That don't bother me too much. But there was there was a band on. I think they're still on. I got them blocked now, but there was a band which was sending like invites through to like 120 odd people, and their broadcast, it was a hip hop, and there was not quite the politest of people. And what I heard on one of their broadcasts when I first came across to Haps, I wouldn't repeat on air, but it was very not nice towards some of the owners of Haps. Like, I just pressed that report button, and whether anything was ever done, but they are still here. Like, but there could be a law case against them on that. Wait, the only reason I had any followers on Periscope was my responses to trolls. People found, I know exactly. You do have a good response. Tosta, that was them who wanted 40k to beat the test. Ah, that's the one. That's the one. You got it. You got it. Yeah, but absolutely. I went into. I mean, this is the only thing I will say, because, like I said, I try to keep my positive broadcast and everything positive, but he kept linking me on to his broadcaster, like the same as another 120 people. Like, and I went onto this broadcast one day wondering what the hell it was going on, and all you got was, we are trending all over the world, hip hop is trending, we are trending on YouTube, we are trending on Haps, we are trending on this, we are trending on everything. And all I put a comment up that says, basically, to be trending, you've got to have more than 8 people actually in the room. Like I said, you've only got like 5 followers on YouTube. How can you be trending? And that was it. Bang. Walt Holic, all my followers from around the world, block this person. Walt Holic is a troll from Periscope. He doesn't understand social media. Walt Holic is this and Walt Holic is that. I got so much abuse, but it was only because I turned around to him and said, to actually be trending, you've got to have more than 6 or 7 people in the room. Like, I thought it was so funny. But yeah, that's the one you're actually talking about. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tossed out the band. I don't know about tossed out the band. They should be tossed out to sea and left there. But there's a lot of swearing as well, which there's no need for it in there. I mean, I've got no objections to swearing or anything like that, but it's the way it's actually put across, like, and theirs is not put across too good. Oh, Teddy, what are you doing? What are you doing, mister? I see you. He's delighted now because, like I say, he's back to his normal self now. He's not got any restrictions. He's not got that bloody big cone around his head, like, and he can run off and do whatever he wants now. He can run through the forest. I don't care. He's got a very good recall on him. I'm just having a check here because this is where we see a lot of the deer over on the left-hand side here. That's where a lot of the time is. But it's always typical. I mean, I can guarantee if I said, right, okay, broadcast over, like, have a nice night, I'm on my way, a deer would actually basically be there. You can guarantee it. Or there'd be a woodpecker, which is basically starts hammering its beak on the trees, or there'd be buzzards would be back, like. But while you're on, or you get the squirrels, or you get fucking something else going in front of you. But while you're actually on broadcast, you see nothing. Oh, course, yeah, it is Sod's Law. Absolutely. Now, the last time we were here, I was listening to the woodpecker up in the top here like this while I was on, I think I was on Mark's broadcast actually, and I was showing the broadcast, and then sure enough, there was actually a deer which come up to the side of the river like watching us, and it was just so beautiful to see. I just love nature. I mean, I'm sorry about that if people are not like me or don't like that sort of thing. Mr. Rehab. What Alex Silverado, candy painted Ray-Bans, got the whole world shade, chrome piece tucked in the console, riding high, roll up on down. Oh my God. Now, Captain Rehab is a troll, but he's a pleasant troll. And he does do broadcasts himself. So fair play. In fact, he's doing more than a couple of broadcasts now. He's getting very popular now on Haps. So fair play to Mr. Captain there. You're doing an awesome job, my friend. How close is this to your house? JP, it's round about 35 minutes. And the reason I brought him here is because the vets was actually on the way. So basically, we went into the vets, and then I thought, well, here, let's head across here this evening. Like, we usually do this on a Friday evening, like, because it's the start of the weekend. Thank you for singing some lyrics from a Florida Georgia line song. Is that what it is? I didn't sing it though. I need to sing it, but I don't know the tune to it. And if I started singing, then majority of people would actually disappear in here. Not saying there's a lot of people here anyway, but yeah. But it is so peaceful, so quiet, so beautiful. I can't believe that there's hardly anybody around. It's awesome this evening. It's very humid. Like, there was a little bit of drizzle earlier on. Not the best of skies, as you can see. Very overcast. Perfect scenario for taking pictures, because you've got no bright sunlight or anything like that. So if anything did come along, Sarah, my friend, how are you doing? Always great to see you. Just have a check over this side again, like, because while you're broadcasting, obviously you're not paying attention to your surrounds. And like I say, there are a number of deer around here, along with lots of other things as well. Sarah in the house. So just have a everybody thinks I start these broadcasts and say, good, thank you. I'm getting there, Sarah. I'm actually a lot faster now than what I was at the first start. I did a broadcast, I don't know, a couple of hours ago. I think we've been here 2 or 3 hours now, actually. What time is it? 8:30. I think we got here around about 5:45, I think it was. But yeah, what I think this Sarah has a voodoo doll of me, and she poked it this morning because my shoulder. I don't think she's the only one got a voodoo doll of you, Mr. Rehab. I think there's a few people. So they must have all been pointing at the wrong, at the same spot. But yeah, I'm ignoring him. You're ignoring him. Oh, bless. He's okay. We love Captain Rehab as well. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying there. I forgot. Yeah, a lot quicker. I did a broadcast about a couple of hours ago, and I struggled actually to walk out to keep stopping. Now, I've been going for a little while now. It has eased up a little bit. So a lot better than what I was like only a couple of hours ago. He's a good troll. He is a good troll. Yeah, exactly. I guess I'll be extra nice to Sarah Law. Exactly, Bob. Otherwise, she'll block you and she won't speak to you. He's okay. Nothing to kick up the arse wouldn't fix. Exactly. There you go, Captain. We're supposed to have good weather this weekend, believe it or not. Yeah, Ireland, decent weather. I think we're heading up to about 26 Celsius here on Sunday. So they keep saying in the news. But you probably wake up and it's hissing it down with rain. I did say hissing there. They see me trolling, they're hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirt. I don't know there. Not at all. Not at all. You are a sound troll, so you have my you have my stamp on that. Got this beautiful. You can see all the blossom actually come down on the actual. Guess I'm just too white and nerdy. Guess I'm just too white and nerdy. Guess I'm just too white and nerdy. That could be me as well. I can remember. I mean, we're lucky in the respect now that Walt. Thank you for singing more lyrics this time by. When am I singing? When am I singing? Tell me when I'm singing. I want to know when I'm singing. At least I could put a tune to it then. But I can remember my first broadcast on Periscope like 5 or 6 years ago, and you had like a couple of people coming in to join you. It's so difficult. I mean, to just talk, you're out in nature. Yeah, you've got these beautiful things around, and I've always had dogs, so I could always fall back on the likes of Socks and Snoop, and now Teddy. I always had that opportunity to fall back on them. Oh, come here, Ted. Weird Al, White and Nerd. But yeah, without people, without you guys coming in to keep me company, you can check it out later. I will do. I'll check that out later. Yeah, I will. But yeah, without you guys coming in, like it's very difficult to hold a broadcast like. So I do appreciate each and every one of you coming in. Only Rehab. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking across here again. Wow, this is unbelievably quiet, guys. Usually you've got dog walkers down here. You've got people running. I know we've seen one runner earlier, but you usually got a lot of people around here, and also on cycles. This is the main route around these woods. Teddy is just so cute. He's always so bouncy. I know he is. Even after his operation last Monday, Helen, he was still in a great mood. Just looking across at this part here, because there's nothing around. Nothing around. Even after last Monday when he got neutered, he had his dangly bits chopped off. Like, I mean, even Tuesday morning, he was back and his tail was wagging. He was pleased to see it, even though he had a cone on. He wanted to get out into the garden and play with the ball and everything. And it was just so heartbreaking to see him. He used to keep with his eyes like looking at me, and he'd have his tennis ball in his mouth like this, just giving you one of these stares, and it was so sad. Cassius Kirk, welcome, my friend. I appreciate the subscription. But yeah, it's so sad to see him like just with these puppy dog eyes staring at you. I see my reception's going down to poor. I know, Rob, but at least he's back to himself now. Anyway, that's the main thing. Howdy, Walt. How is Teddy convalescing? Oh, I'm glad he bounced. Jay, he is absolutely brilliant. Not a bother on him now. He is so back to himself. In fact, he was back to himself the following day after his operation, even though he couldn't do anything. And I got them puppy dog guys looking at me with his ball in his mouth saying, please, Dad, come and play. But he wasn't allowed to play tennis ball. He weren't allowed to go for long walks. He weren't allowed to go into water. But hey, did you keep his dangly bits? They can be used as stress balls. Wish I could rescue. Jay, I'm exactly the same. Yeah, I feel a little bit better than what I have been. But we're getting there. I won't be climbing any mountains just yet, but definitely eased a little bit over the past few days. And even from an hour ago, a couple of hours ago on my earlier broadcast, like I am walking a little bit easier now. But I definitely won't be up the mountains for I'd imagine a few weeks yet. But at least I will be able to get out for some type of walk and some place I can actually take you. So here's open anyway. So come the weekend, we've got some beautiful weather heading in. So yeah, looking good, guys. I'll have to pick somewhere which is quite flat and somewhere which will be quite interesting as well. There's so many more places. In fact, I just got that one straight in my head. Emo House over in Portlaoise there. A beautiful walk around a lake. There's a beautiful manor house and everything there where you can walk around, and you can even get a cup of coffee and a scone in their grounds as well. So yeah, I think that's where we'll be heading on Saturday for our long walk. Now that's about an hour's drive away from where we are. Tomorrow I'm heading down to a totally different Joy Anthony. Oh my God. That name rings a bell from Periscope. How are you, my friend? I think it's the same Joy Anthony which was on Periscope. How you doing? Hopefully it is anyway. Good to see you. Somebody who's followed me for a number of years. But yeah, somewhere different on the weekend. And again, tomorrow night, we're heading down to a different river tomorrow evening. So hopefully we'll be able to broadcast from there. I don't know what the reception is going to be like, so hopefully it's okay. Teds, I just want to, I don't think I've gone past them yet. I may have gone past them. I just wanted to show you these carvings, which happens like once a year. There's like the people coming here from, I don't know, some type of class anyway, like this, and they do all these beautiful sculptures. And I just wanted to show you this was the start of my broadcast earlier, show you this one, which I think is just a little bit further on now, and then we'll end the broadcast. And yeah, I think it's just here now. And then I'm going to let Teddy have a little paddle because he's got muddy feet, as you can see now. But I will end I'll end the broadcast coming up here. So guys, in a few more minutes we'll say toodaloo, Helvidasan. I love his wagging tail. Oh, he's just a happy bunny, you could say. But yeah, I just wanted to show you these guys. This is the start of my broadcast earlier. Some beautiful. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yes, we will. Like I said, I won't be up the mountains just yet, but I'm definitely up for walking a little bit further now. Ted's this way. We're not going round again. He probably thinks, oh, this is awesome. We're going to go again, Dad. We're going to go again. So yeah, this is two of the carvings. This is one of them here. And I think this is, I don't know whether you remember that cartoon, Dastardly and Muttley. Remember that like dragster in there? It looks to me like it could be a dragster. That's what I think anyway. And you've got like the cockpit area here. Like you're sitting here. I should put Teddy in. Teddy says, I want to go in there, Dad. But yeah, you've got that carve in there. Then you've got the actual, I don't know, the thrusts coming down the side there. Thanks, Walt, and everyone for sharing your time and smiles. Rob, you're so welcome, my friend. And then I'm going to finish off with this beautiful carving here. Now, when they do come back, there's a number of carvings they actually do. And what they do, and they're using the trees which have fell down during the storm and everything like that. But a lot of the actual sculptures they actually create on the day, they take away with them because they are so, so good. But I'm going to leave you with that, guys. That beautiful carving of the face and the hand there. So I appreciate you dropping by, guys. I appreciate your company. I appreciate your chat. And Helen, we'll get on. We'll have a check on your radio broadcast later on this evening. Jay, my friend, great to see you. Always a pleasure to have you all in, guys. But what a wonderful sculpture that is. So for the time being, guys, no matter where you are around the world, stay safe, be good, and most of all, be kind. Have a great night, Walt. Cheers, Helen. I appreciate you dropping by, and I'll check you out on the radio show as well. So thanks again, guys. Have a great night, guys. Have a great day. Have a great afternoon, no matter where you are. You know what it is. From myself and... Hold on, he's gone. He's disappeared. From myself and Teddy, you know what it is, guys. It's a 3, 2, 1. And I'm out of here.